Earworm. 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 Earworms. Oh, that's great. Hey guys, what's up? This is episode 7. This is your boy GOGODODO, and we are back with Earworms, a podcast that basically talks about music, and music I think it's cool. This is a very special episode because it's actually an interview with one of my good friends, Marco Benevento. So without further ado, here we go. Also know that I never do this, so.
Perfect. I do this all the time, and I still don't even know how to do it. So I have no idea.
Well, everybody, we got a guest today on Earworms. So this is my buddy Marco Benevento, and he's at his home studio. Marco, what's up, man?
What's happening, Diego? Go, 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 go.
Marco! Do you get that from your family, that Marco?
Polo.
Marco.
Fish out of water. I mean, yeah, that's a constant thing. It's funny, truth be told. I was just gonna say that my name is my birth name is Mark, M-A-R-C.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved watching Italian soccer because my dad's from Italy, and of course we had like RAI, the Italian channel, growing up, and we would watch all these soccer games. And my favorite soccer player was Belly, and I was like, "No, I'm Marco. I'm not Mark." So I've been called Marco my whole life. But when but anyway, yeah, legally it's just Mark.
Yeah,
so disappointing for so many people. They're like, you should not open up your podcast with you telling them that you're name is Marco, because it's anyway.
Well, like also I was named after Diego Maradona.
There you go. So you and I both, right?
Yeah.
Soccer.
That's right, man. Football.
I was so into soccer growing up, traveling soccer in New Jersey. I did that all the time. It was
really?
Oh yeah, and my dad actually worked for the Cosmos, that soccer team from New Jersey.
Oh, that's rad.
Pele played for them for a minute, actually.
That's insane, man.
And so every Sunday, today is a Sunday, every Sunday we would go see the Cosmos play soccer. So my dad had this whole soccer connection, being from Italy.
That's cool, man.
Anyway, yeah, I know. Yeah, still to this day, I go to my parents' house, and yeah,
I wanted to just kind of touch on maybe one song that I can kind of feature to show people,
like the duo or the Joe and I?
No, like one of your current songs, actually.
Sure.
I made myself like a little playlist of like my favorite cuts from each one of your albums, right?
Okay, yeah. What do you got?
The one that I really liked the most was the song called Golden.
Oh, cool.
And it was from the album Me Not Me.
Mm-hmm. That's actually I don't know if you know, that's a My Morning Jacket song.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But then the way you did it's so cool, man. going through a lot. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of your influences, and do you listen to John Bryan?
Oh, absolutely. I actually played with him at Largo one night
Wow.
when
Wow.
we were making that record, our second duo record. Um, and Joe, we had a whole day in the studio. Everybody was like basically tired, and Matt was like, "I'm going to Largo. John's playing. You want to come?" And I was like, "Heck, fucking yeah, I want to come." And I went, and like John Bryan's whole scene at Largo, but the Largo before this Largo that exists right now. So it was a
Yeah.
small, anyway, and he had everything all set up and like looped everything and moved around and like all of a sudden he was like playing the songs. I couldn't believe what was happening in front of my eyes. Also, he opened with like a Thelonious Monk song to start. Like he
Right on.
was, I was like, oh wow, he could play, like really
Yeah.
play. Oh, cool. And I mean, I knew we could really play, but it was really impressive to hear him play Thelonious Monk. And then he, sang and played drums and guitar, moved around, had a celeste, and then it was so cool. And then he was like, I'd like to invite up Matt Chamberlain to come up play with me. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this is so cool. And Matt went up and played with him because Matt and John have played a bunch
Yeah.
together. Again, Matt Chamberlain, check him out. And so they were jamming, and then he was done. And then Matt like waved me over for the next. He's like, "Come on, and play this last song." And I was like, "Oh my god!" And I came up on stage with John and Matt and played. I don't even remember because I was so like nervous and just like thinking how cool this was at the time. So I don't remember what song it was, but we jammed a song and it was great. But yeah, John Bryan is yeah. I definitely Brad Meldau is an incredible piano player
Yeah, I
who
was gonna ask you about him. Yeah.
I really have got to know able to know him over the last like 20 years. I've been to his shows at the Vanguard, and we definitely would, we never recognize we know each other just from shows, and he actually gave me a lesson in like 2002. It was
Yeah.
so incredible. But that record that he made with John Bryan, Largo, really
Yes.
was like a turning point for me. I really was like, that's it. That's exactly what I love. It like sort of like rock jazz. It's not fusion. It's not like fusion, which is a different thing. It's like literally rock, but with like some jazz in there. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I really liked that sort of organic, especially with the piano and the bass and the experimental sounding piano, the muted piano or the celeste or other sort of keyboard sounds. That really was a big thing for me, and that's kind of why I started my own band and made those early records, Me Not Me and
Yeah.
Invisible
Yeah.
TV. And
There's a song that you have that to my ear sounds the one called Dropkick. Dropkick.
yeah.
my ears, it reminds me a lot of like almost like a Blur Gorillas influence, you know?
Yeah, that's really cool that you say that because that's exactly. I mean, Gorillaz nailed it on the head. Like it was when that record came out. When did that record come out? Like 2005 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
It came out and I I was playing all sorts of kinds of music around that time and listening to all sorts of stuff. But and there was something about that record that I absolutely loved, and I think it was like our sound guy or tour manager like loved it and would always play it in the car. And I like was always like, yeah, so cool. Like but I didn't understand. I didn't know if everybody else thought it was cool, but I like really liked it. I
yeah,
I, I didn't like. It's kind of like this stuff is really awesome, right? And I know they got huge and they're very popular, but I always thought like they should be so much more popular or something,
right,
like
right.
there's it's so good
Yeah,
and the songs are so catchy and it's like right around that time when all those sounds, it was all the right sounds. Oh, it was so
yeah,
yeah, it was jazz and like drum machine but like really good musicianship, good players, good grooves and yeah, and Dropkick has a
right
bit
on.
of that element in there, the gorillas thing,
Yeah, yeah.
which oh, that's so cool, Diego. I love that you thought that because
You know what? I would say when you earlier were saying like the perfect opener, man, you were like definitely the perfect opener for us in San Diego. That was
oh
really
cool.
a great show, man. And I remember Enrique was watching you from the balcony, just like, can you believe this guy? He loved it, dude. But of
Oh
course, he's a
man,
keeper.
that's great.
He was losing his mind. It was great.
Man, I love Enrique, and that's so good to hear because I almost was like, oh man, like because Seth and his band opened
Yeah,
go
that's right. When I
hey,
first saw you, I thought you were Seth.
I know. I know. I was like, oh yeah, we're cousins, and I told Seth, I'm like, I told everybody we were cousins, so just go with it next time you see them or something like that.
Yeah,
But I was like, oh man, I hope they liked the solo thing because they have like Ghost Funk Orchestra opening up, which is like
yeah.
hard brass funk, awesome big band, and I'm like, oh man, I hope I'm not too small for
No, dude, I think it's a big on. It's really cool when you can really make a an audience like do crowd participation and
yeah.
really get into it when it's just you on stage, man. That's a real talent, dude.
Right
Super
on.
cool.
Awesome. That whole tour was super fun, Diego. I really like loved and it was just me in a rental car for like a week with you guys,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, and like I would always pass you guys on the highway. I'm like, all right, well, I'll be there before them, so I got time. I'm gonna go get some dinner and then I'll just go there and everything will be great. And every
yeah,
show was so fun and it was great, but it was basically me and a rental car for for a week
yeah.
and